There are nearly 1 billion people suffering from hunger. This year alone, 6 million children will die from starvation. How does this relate? 82% of the world's starving children live in countries where food is fed to animals that are killed and eaten by more well-off individuals in developed countries like the US, UK, and in Europe. 1/4 of all grain produced by third world countries is now given to livestock in their country or out. To be sure, world hunger has many layers of complexity. One of the larger reasons is tied to poverty, but another significant factor is the looming shadow of our current demand to eat livestock and fish, which is indirectly tied to poverty. In fact, eating these animals ultimately affects food prices, food availability, certainly policymaking, and even suppresses education to improve agricultural systems in developing countries. I know because I'm deeply involved in this right now. Our food choices and production systems now have far-reaching effects, with most of our global resources trapped inside of this livestock and fishing vacuum. In 2011, there was a record harvest of grain in the world, 2.5 billion tons. But half of that was fed to animals in the meat and dairy industries. 77% of all coarse grain produced in the world now goes to livestock. We can't blame climate change, droughts, or flooding for the world's food security issues. Most of our food is going to the wrong place. Now, solving world hunger is not as easy as simply giving them the grain that would normally go to livestock. It's not that easy. That's always been our argument, though, hasn't it? Yeah, solving hunger in developing countries, I think, and know, demands a multi-dimensional approach to sustainability, establishing it on many levels simultaneously, with plant-based food systems at the nucleus. The model for success at reducing hunger in developing countries, I believe, should look like this. There are now over 2 million NGOs in the world, 1 million of them conducting humanitarian efforts. We're not lacking good people who want to do good deeds. And all the care packages that are being produced by them of food are necessary sometimes as a short-term acute patch. But that's not going to solve world hunger. These people don't need more handouts. What they need are the tools to create sustainability for themselves long-term and through many layers. More than 80% of the population in most developing countries, especially in Africa, more than 80% are rural subsistence farmers living in poverty and illiteracy. So these are the layers of sustainability that can be achieved for them, all centered around a purely plant-based soil rebuilding system. No livestock anywhere in the picture.